Guess who's sick? Sick again. I like remakes. RE4, Dead Space, Silent Hill 2, all fuck. But I don't like how remakes are an industry default at the moment. Worse, I don't like the cult-like defense of remake hype cycles. There's a video made by a now dead channel called Wary the Rook on Resident Evil 2 Remake. This chick tears apart this game. The misogynistic characterization of Claire compared to the original depiction, shallow writing and false heroism, and the removal of in-depth A and B route systems. It's a great video released at a time where everyone, yours truly included, were blinded by just how good this game looked. She got bullied off of YouTube, took down her work, and I only know of this video through a re-upload that I watched recently. It's this kind of mob mentality publishers pander to, for better or worse. So Halo Infinite failed, and 343 is restructured, and Halo CE is getting a remake. On the one hand, I'm excited at the prospect of a Halo CE with Forge and Firefight. But knowing how Microsoft treats this IP, there's probably going to be a lot that deviates from the game's identity. But I'm going to throw away my cynicism and assume they will do it right. The balancing, art style, and wonder-filled environments will carry over. Updated, but true to the original. Forge, Firefight, and armor customization without microtransactions are added in. At that point, why not just make it its own game? No, really. Keep the DNA and gameplay philosophies of CE there, but just write a new, equally simple narrative and make an equally small scale, set of levels and overall design. A spiritual successor to Halo CE, or an alternative Halo 2 sort of idea. Snake Eater Remake looks amazing. A live, streamlined camo system, overhauled survival viewer, and smoother controls. They're even letting us choose between Snake Eater's and MGSV's camera styles. But why not make this its own thing? Bring David Hayter back, use the survival viewer systems that make Snake Eater so peak, and allow for old and new school control schemes. Keep the Soviet jungle setting, but maybe change the time period, some of the characters, the story. Make it Snake Eater 2 on every level, but keep it as its own thing. Weaponized nostalgia is real. RE4 has decades of free marketing done via word of mouth, YouTube essays, and millions of copies already sold on multiple platforms. So advertising a better RE4 guarantees a lot more success for a fraction of the marketing effort. Remakes make money. That's why Capcom, EA, Konami, and everyone else is engaging in this practice. So is this just it then? Are indie games our only bastion of originality and innovation? No! The RE engine is sometimes called the remake engine. However, my favorite RE engine games aren't remakes. RE7 is responsible for Capcom's major comeback. It's a classic RE game in its mechanics, but its unique perspective, story, and inspirations deviate enough to make it stand among the likes of RE2 or RE1 Remake as its own thing. But my favorite RE engine game is Devil May Cry 5. The greatest narrative, gameplay, and graphics out of the entire series. It's an improvement on all of its predecessors in every way. Bonus content adds to replayability, and again, I just can't stress how good the story is. Outside Capcom, Sucker Punch released Ghost of Tsushima, which is undoubtedly one of the best games I've ever played. Its balancing, open world, and art direction reminds me of how good new games can be. You know what all these games have in common? They did amazing both critically and commercially, despite not being remakes. There are games that deserve remakes. Resident Evil Remake, that being the 2002 one, takes a proof of concept game and turns it into a fully fledged, balanced out video game. Dead Space fixes the ADS canon road bump. Silent Hill 2 actually plays well now. But this shouldn't be the first thing AAA studios go for. Do sequels that act as better versions of prior games, or put in the effort to make something new that isn't Battle Pass schlock. New concepts and sequels can work in a AAA setting. There's a place for remakes, but it's not the industry default. Anyways, this has been Pliskin. Over and out.
This is Solid Snake. Hey, subscribe to Pliskin Boy. God damn it.
You heard him.